y'all. Welcome back to my craft corner. This is Crafting with Lucretia. Hey, I'm Lucretia. Nice to meet you. Welcome on in. If you've been here before, you know the routine. Go grab you something to drink, grab a snack. It's going to be a whipping chat because, I've got stories, y'all. I've got 2 pages of notes. I got stories to tell. It's been a couple days. So pull up a chair, grab what you're working on. I don't care if it's coloring, wood burning, sewing of some sort. There's a table back there you can grab, and there's a chair back there. Grab it, craft along with me, okay? Because it's been a couple days. Let me catch you up. First off, let's just go down to the canvas. Hang on. Hold. Let's see. The Sony. I need the Sony. There we go. This is the diamond painting I'm working with. I guess I should have told you what I was working with before I switched camera views, but that's okay. This will work. Let me get the sticker here. This is Zoom Zoom by Randall Spangler. Cute little dragon picture, right? I'm down there in the corner by the books. So that's what I'm working on. My tray is a yellow dog tray. I can't link their shop because they're kind of, closed down and went out of business, but that's okay. There's other tray companies out there, but I will love mine forever. I've got a couple of them, and they are really good trays. So just a hint, if you see them on stash, like a D-stash, and someone's D-stashing yellow dog trays, grab them. Leastwise, if you like the trays. I love the trays, so, yeah. My pen is the one I got from Heather's D-stash. It is a flat side on one side where it doesn't roll, and it's a beautiful, I'm pretty sure it's a Diamond Pen Pal pen, because they're the only ones that do that roll stop that I know of. But it's a beautiful pen. It's one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites. Okay, I do. But that's the one I'm using with this kit. My putty is the one I was still using yesterday when I tried to make this video. I'm still using Pumpkin Spice Mocha by Putty Crocker. Good stuff. Good stuff. Check her out over on Facebook. And she even has a little boutique website. So kudos to her. Her little business is growing. And let's see, I've got a trash pot of a little pumpkin. This is from Black Dahlia. It does have a little hat somewhere. There it is. It is from Halloween, but it was so cute. I love pumpkins, so it has a little witch hat on it. That's what it looks like when it's all together. But isn't that a cute little jack-o'-lantern? I know, it's after Halloween, but the pumpkin thing, okay? So take him off, and he's like a little pot minder, or pot where you can put trashy drills. He's also a cover minder, so he sticks, put a magnet under him, and he sticks right to your canvas. My other cover minder holding back the plastic is from Galloway's Gallery. Now, yesterday I was drinking pumpkin mocha. This is just a fall drink because it's fall, y'all. I love fall. My cover minder is from Bee's Crafty Corner. It's just the dog. It's Reagan Kubitschek's art. I don't remember the name of that design, but go and check her. She also has her own website at beescraftycorner.com or on Etsy. You can get those and reach out to her. I will try to remember to start linking these shops that I mentioned down below in the box. Feel free, while you're down there checking out the links, feel free to leave me a comment. I'm friendly folk, okay? Like, share, subscribe, do the YouTubey things, tell your friends about me. A crazy southern hillbilly that likes to diamond paint and likes to cook, okay? Okay. So, let's get on with it. Grab a drink. I've got some... There's Kool-Aid, or not Kool-Aid, it's Crystal Light in the fridge, and there's coffee stuff. Make yourself at home. I'm going to get a sip. Oh, that's a lot of talking. I tried doing this yesterday, but for some reason, I had this all recorded yesterday, my stories told and all, right? And we'll just start off with the technology stories, because, man, it's technology. Good place to start as any, right? So, anyway, I was trying to do this yesterday, and got it recorded, got my stories told, everything, yada yada, right? Well, I thought I hit record. I guess I didn't hit record because, and I know I hit record, I'm pretty sure I hit record, but it didn't record it. So I don't know if the computer just wiped it and didn't record it, or I just didn't hit the right button. I don't know. But I've got it fixed now. I mean, it says it's recording, the red light's on, so it, should work. And then I went to look in my file where it usually goes, I've got it set up to where if I do a recording, it goes to a certain file, right? Right. So I checked that file. The whole file was gone. My DP video file was just gone. It was on my desktop. It was just gone. I'm like, okay, that's not good. That's where all my videos like this one get sent to, and then I can play with the editing, add a few touches here and there, home screen, my crafting with the Lucretia. Have you noticed on the last couple videos, I'm getting better, y'all. I'm getting better. It starts with crafting with Lucretia. I need to figure out how to do the like, share, subscribe, and the thanks for watching, because I think the little owl waving to you would be really cute. I'm working with the editing, okay? I'm working with the editing. But those couple pictures, images of the owls coloring, diamond painting, waving to you, saying thanks for watching, those come to me from a dear, dear friend. I did not ask if she wanted to be mentioned in my channel. I should have. But she's a very, very dear friend of mine, so if you're watching the channel and you know who you are, thank you. It is wonderful to have friends like that in the community, in your life, that, they take the time to make these cute little images, and she knows that I'm into diamond painting and I'm into owls, and she just did these cute little pictures that I can use for my channel, and I appreciate her so much. I'm not mentioning her name because I didn't ask her if I could mention her name, but you know who you are, and a big thank you to you. We'll leave it at that. I appreciate the help very much. And I may be in contact with you soon again because, editing Canva. It's a challenge. I've been trying to play with it this last week. More and more and more. And you guys know me with my memory issues. I have my little well, my mouse is setting up, but I have a notebook full of notes of how to do stuff, how I figured out how to do stuff. And yes, I've watched video tubes. They're like, just watch a YouTube on it. No, not that easy when you get in there playing with it. They make it look easy. Trust me, technology is not my forte. But I'm trying, so bear with me while I work out a few kinks. Speaking of technology, yesterday my phone was on the blitz, and I could not. Of course, my husband comes home from working, and he had been trying to text me and say, hey, where do you want to go for supper? And here I had, I couldn't reach him to tell him. I tried instant messaging him, but guess what? He took his Facebook off his phone. Yeah. So I couldn't message him that way. He got off Facebook. He gets on it, and then he gets off of it. And I was like, man, when I need you, that's another way of communication. And anyway, he comes home, and he's like, how come you haven't checked your phone? What's wrong? Are you okay? I never could get your response. I've been texting you all day. And I'm like, I know, my phone's been broken all day. It goes to the white screen with the arrow on it, and I don't know what's going on. He's like, well, just try to reset. I was like, I've done that about 8 times. It doesn't work. And so he's like, okay, where's your phone at? And I told him, I was like, it's fixing to get thrown in the trash. And of course he comes in there, plays with it, does his little thing, and poof, it works. And I'm like, And so I was like, fine. And he hands me back. He's like, there, now. And he's in the same room. He's like, there, and I'll catch up on your messages. I'm like, okay, I see you've texted me 6 times. What do you need? Now that you're home, why can't you just tell me? He's like, we're going out for supper. I hope you didn't make anything. I'm like, and here, of course, I had made something. I was in the process of making something. I had chicken going in the crock pot, making a broth and getting tender for the chicken. Yeah. We ended up going out for Chinese, which I'm not going to grumble about Chinese. I love Chinese. I love it. So I was more than happy to go out to and the day I had, with the technology and then everything else, and I'll get to everything else. It was just a rough day yesterday. And so he comes home kind of griping, and I'm like, yeah, okay, finally I have something to gripe about with you. You know, the phone is not working, or my phone is not working. Of course, he fixed that in 5 seconds, it seemed like. Had a whole bunch of messages to return to after I got back from supper. I did that. I was like, nope, you offered Chinese. I'm going to jump on that one. That message takes precedence. I don't get offered Chinese that often, so, yeah. Let me grab my shoes and finish getting ready, throw the dogs out for a potty break, and yeah, we'll go do that. And I can put the chicken up when we get home, and I can make what I was going to make today, which I ended up, I've got a pot of chicken and dumplings going in there, so yeah, it works out. Today's a colder day. It's kind of, there's a cold front moving through, so it feels more like, soup and stew weather. So chicken and dumplings it is. Oh, goodness. It works. Y'all, get your crock pot. One of my friends, she had her husband in the hospital. And, she can't really do a lot of cooking because she's disabled like me. And I kidded her. I was like, we need to get you a crock pot, a chair, and a 5-ingredient cookbook. Dump and go, people. I'm disabled too, and I love my little crock pot and my Instapot. I swear by it. It's getting a workout. But I was kidding. I was like, yeah, we need to do that for you. And she didn't respond back to the message, so I don't know if she's seen it or not, but it's the truth. We need to do that for her. Okay, slash is right there. Green arrow. Is that a green arrow? Yep, other arrow. We have lots of arrows. Up, down, side, down. That way in one direction, that way in one direction, that way. Oh man, I didn't know we had 4 arrows in this kit. Okay, on a green background. There we go. That's that one. The stick that looks like Pong. The stick that looks like Pong. There it is. Stick that looks like Pong. Okay. We got a couple more colors. So, yeah, anyway, I kidded her about the crock pot. Y'all, get you a crock pot. Even if you're able to get get around better than me and some of my friends, get your crock pot. Especially now in the wintertime, soups, stews, one pots. Quincy, for one of my favorite YouTube cooks, her name's Julie, and she is a YouTube cook, right? Well, she came out with a new cookbook, and last week, and I did not know that Quincy had ordered it, because he knows I like this particular YouTuber. She has a lot of simple ingredients, dump and go, 5 ingredients, simple, easy on the budget, and that's kind of what we're into right now, because lovely politics have messed up a few things, and his paycheck is kind of always for bills, so things are getting tight. But he did splurge on me this new lady's cookbook, and I appreciated it very much. And I've been watching her channel, and it's like, man, I got her first cookbook, and I've loved it. I think I've cooked a lot of the recipes in there, and they're simple to do, very simple. A lot of them are crock pots. Some of them are one pots, on the stove, a pasta dish here and there. But that's the kind of stuff I personally have to cook with, because my memory issues, I can't have a page-long recipe. It's got to be short, sweet, to the point. Otherwise, I lose my concentration, and I forget if I salted it or not. That can ruin a recipe, by the way. Or if you, oversalted or whatnot, but it's got to be short and sweet for me. Otherwise, it's difficult for me to cook, too. I get it. I feel you, people. I feel you. But there's ways to work around it. And with this lovely budget that we've, with groceries getting higher and higher, y'all, I went, what was it? I went to the grocery store Thursday? No, Friday. Yeah, Friday. I did a pickup order. And, because we were in the big city Thursday. Quincy had a doctor's appointment. He's fine. He's fine. They just tweaked his medicine. He went to his breathing doctor, his lung doctor, I call it. I couldn't tell you what it is actually called. It's a mouth word. Words are not my friend today. But he went to the lung doctor, checked on his COPD, done a lung scan test thingy, and so the doctor, he'd been having some issues, and Quincy told him, he's like, I've been having some issues, and blah, 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 and he's like, okay, let me check your medicines, and we're going to do this, and we're going to try this, and he has the early stages of COPD. He was a smoker before I met him, and ever since we've been together, he hadn't smoked, because one of our first dates, he was trying to quit when we first met, and he's like, hey, do you mind if I smoke? And I'm like, I'd rather you didn't. I'd be allergic to you then. Because I have severe allergies, okay, so I cannot be around smokers. My brother-in-laws, a lot of them smoke, and I was like, I can't go over there and visit because of the cigarette smoke and whatnot. And they're very nice about it. They go outside and smoke when I'm there, but it makes it hard. It makes it really, really hard. And so for that reason, I don't really do a lot of heavy perfumes. I don't have a whole lot of, all the flu good smelling stuff in my house. It smells, like vinegar and bleach. Pine salt, okay? And it probably smells more like a hospital than it should, but it's what I can tolerate to clean my house with, so that's what I have to use. If it don't mess with my allergies, so, it is what it is. I'm not griping. There's still ways around. Again, life throws lemons at you. There is ways around it. There's, there's things you can do to maybe not overcome it, but make it easier on you. If someone wants to tell me how to make it easier on folding all this laundry up, I'm all ears. I've been wishing and hoping for a self-cleaning house. We've been getting closer in the day of age of electronics, and I keep hoping and hoping that they come out with a Rosie from the Jetsons that will just, hey, go fold the laundry. Yes, ma'am. Beep, 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 beep. And they'll go get it done. Be like, hey, go put supper on. Okay, what would you like, ma'am? Chicken and dumplings. Okay. Go in there and cook the chicken and dumplings. I know. Do the dishes. Of course, being a robot, she might not be able to be around water. Maybe that wouldn't be the good thing. I could just see myself getting Rosie electrocuted. I don't know. Remember the Jetsons back in the day, y'all? Things were so simpler then. You could just get up and change the channel. You didn't have to have batteries for remote control. Oh, goodness. Life has changed. Remember the internet when it used to be dial-up? All that dial-up noise. And it took forever. Yes, I remember those days. The good old days where it was simple. People cooked homemade meals. Now it's so many shortcuts you don't even know if it's real. It would be nice to go back in time and see the good old days again. Anyway, on to my next topic. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Well, I stayed on topic for a couple days. My car is still broken. Let's talk about that. Car's still broken. There, we talked about it. Bills and hubby griping. Yeah, well, money's getting tight over here, folks. It's getting holiday season. It's getting tax season. Yada yada. I'm sure everyone else has bills. I'm not really going to gripe about it too much, but I'm trying to cut back. So I'm trying not to buy any DP, which was very hard yesterday. Because yesterday was Saturday, today's Sunday that I'm trying to do this. And yesterday was Saturday, that big drop DAC had with all those Christmas kits. And I'm not a huge Christmas kit person, but there was like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 that I really kind of wanted, and no, I didn't order a thing. I didn't even wish list them. It's like, okay, no point in wish listing them because, you know, I've got to fix my car, we got to pay property taxes, we got to do this, that, and the other. And, yeah, money's just, my little paycheck doesn't help a whole lot. It really, truly doesn't. And I'm on a disability check, so it's, you know, it doesn't help. It really doesn't help. I want to help, but I can't. So anyway, enough with the bills. It's you know, it's my story. It is what it is. It's life, right? I wish Mom and Dad would have warned me about this part of life because, you know, I don't like it. I want to be a kid. I want to stay home and play with my diamond painting and my coloring and my dogs. Oh wait, I do. No, I want a job and be like real people. Anyway. Ooh, boxy. There we go. Next story, the dogs. The dogs are doing... Up until yesterday, they were doing good. Friday, hubby was home Thursday and Friday. Thursday, like I said, we ran around and had some doctor appointments we had to go do. We're all doing good. Got our flu shots, by the way, finally. And, so anyway, on the way back, we were too tired Thursday to pick up groceries, so I just did a list and said, okay, I'll pick it up, Friday, and, we'll go out Friday. So Friday morning, we went and got the groceries. I just did a Walmart order, you know, and picked it up there in a certain time frame and picked it up and yada yada, right? So it was something easy. Quincy was kind of grumbling about the price. Y'all, inflation, I tell ya. A handful of groceries, $90. And it was like not even a full shopping cart. Not even the full bottom of a shopping cart. It was like, and it wasn't expensive stuff like steak. It was like, let's see, I got a bag of fruit. I needed, I needed a few things. I don't remember this. It's been a couple days or two. So we got a couple things. I needed a couple things here and there. And, it was like $90. Y'all, prices are getting ridiculous, okay? And let me continue that story. Quincy was kind of grumbling about the $90 grocery bill. I get that. But then later on, he got back home. I was taking the dogs to the home. Do I have a furry thing in here with me? Okay. Just checking because they know some of these words. So I was taking them to the you-know-what in the city, right? And taking them for a WALK, right? Yes, I have super smart dogs. So anyway, they were putting up the Christmas lights there in town. And we got to see, there was like 4 crews working on the Christmas lights. So hopefully I will figure out the camera and be able to take you out to go see the Christmas lights before Christmas. They're going to light them up Thanksgiving-ish. So that might be fun for you guys to see. You can see a little bit of my town. I don't know if I can do the music or not because of copyright, but I will certainly try. It is on a radio station. And it'll play music as you drive through the lights thing. So anyway, there's that. So Friday, Quincy cleaned out the shed. He decided we have a new bookstore in town, okay? And I love books. I'm a bookworm, okay? And I'm not going to be ashamed of that. But anyway, so he decided to clean out the shed, get my couple totes of books out, let me sort through them after I got back from the park of my flying lesson. And we proceeded to go up to the new bookstore and get some store credit because she was running a special. I will give you store credit if you donate books to our bookstore, right? Right. I'm like, and I talked to her like earlier last week or the week before, and I was like, yeah, I've got a couple totes in my shed that need going through, and I could part with some of them and help you out. And she's like, oh, thank you, bring them in, and I'll look through them. And so I walked around the store while she was going through them. She was able to take a good tote off of me. The other totes she couldn't use. They were, again, in the shed, storage, a little beaten up. I didn't know how beaten up, And this is a used bookstore, okay? None of this stuff is new. So, it is what it is. But I did get rid of about half my books. And she told me about all the bookstore stuff, and there's a book club, there's a website, you can order audiobooks off. And I was like, well, I'm more of a audiobook person. She's like, oh, we have a website, you can order the audiobooks. It's kind of like Audible. For a certain price a month, you can get so many credits and order so many books, right? And you can even order books and have them sent to the store, and you come pick them up in the store. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I might try that. I might not, because remember, she's going through a stack of books, right? Okay. So she's going through the stack of books that I brought, the tote of books that hubby brought in, and he's like, hey, I'm going to sit in the truck and wait on you. I'm like, okay. It might be a while. She's got to go through these books and see what she wants to buy. And, of course, while she was doing that, I went around the store and found a couple. I was thinking, okay, in the old days of bookstoring, no book was over $5, right? Right. Back in the day of I mean, you go to yard sales, they're never more than $5. You go to thrift stores, they're never more than $5. Even Walmart books are not. They might be $10. But yeah, so I was walking around the store looking, trying to find something that I would like to read and like to use my credits on. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get $30, $40 worth of credit, right? Right. Wrong. So wrong. She got through looking through her stuff that she wanted to buy and called me back up to the desk. And she's like, there's some of these I just can't buy because, they're Christian fiction, okay? And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. And she's like, I did get, this box. I can get this box. And I'm like, okay, that's wonderful. And she's like, do you want cash or store credit? I'm like, store credit, please. I found a couple books I wanted. And she's like, okay, great. And then she rattled off how much store credit I got. Y'all. A big tote of books. I was thinking $30 or $40 credit, right? Nope. No. $18 worth of store credit. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And she's like, you seem kind of shocked. And I was like, well, yeah, kind of. Hang on, I'm looking for a dot. A blue dot. I don't have a blue dot. Circle with a dot with a black dot. But anyway, back to the book story. Yeah, it was $18 in credit. And I'm like, okay, that's not good. Y'all, I literally got one book. And keep in mind, this is a used book. This is the book I got. The new one from this lady, Lori Gilmore. Last month I read, she has a couple other books out. And I read, what was the name of the other one? It was the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. So yeah, I've been, yeah, the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. And so yeah, this is the new one or newest one of this particular author. And so I thought I would pick that up. And it looked like it was in good condition. She was nice enough and gave me a free bookmark. Yeah. Yeah. My $18 book right here. And 72 cents. I had to rustle up 72 cents out of my purse. Which was fine. I had it, but $18 for a used book. Now, keep in mind, the price tag on it, it came from Walmart because it has a sticker on it. $9.99 on the back for USA. Yeah. We'll just leave that at, I'm not sure I'm going to be giving that lady too much business. Oh. And she was telling me about the monthly book clubs, and I was like, oh yeah, all in. Wanted to do the book clubs, but wait, I can't because it's a day that hubby works, so I have no vehicle, and I don't want to have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do it. So I'm gonna have to wait till I get my car fixed to do that, and then at that point in time, I'm trying not to spend money, and it's $20 a month for the book club. I don't know if I really want to go with that. The library is free. Inflation, y'all. The prices of life have gone up. $18.72 for a used book. I just could not believe that. So anyway, back to my stories. Speaking of, remember I was telling you the story of, well, that title of the other book, The Strawberry Pancake House, right? I read it last month. My birthday's this month, so I try to get myself a couple extra treats here and there in the way of groceries. When I get groceries, right? I get a couple things I like to eat. One of those things I got was the makings for strawberry waffles. Now, I love, fresh strawberries. So I got a bag of frozen strawberries. I do this on a budget, So, bag of frozen strawberries. And I forgot the waffle mix. But that's okay. It comes out good. And I got the rest of the stuff. The whipped topping, the strawberries, the, whatever else I needed, and the sausage. And I was going to make breakfast this last, Thursday? Before we went off to the city. Oh, please. It's okay. Overlook that loud crashing sound. It was just the keyboard falling off the table. I hope that works later. I'll have to check that later in a minute. But, yeah. It's back to where it needs to be. So, anyway, back to the waffle story. This is my birthday month, so I wanted to make myself some strawberry waffles. Now, hubby usually makes breakfast, and he wasn't feeling super great Thursday. And so, of course, we had to drive to the big city. And I was like, we're going to eat breakfast before we run off. And he's like, okay, make it quick. So I made my strawberry waffles. And of course, he was grumbling about it. And I'm like, whatever. And I was going in there, and I thought I had muffin mix, or not muffin mix, but the pancake mix. And I didn't. And he's still in bed, and I'm like, oh my god, I wanted not pancakes, but waffles. And I have a whole bunch of cookbooks, and I grabbed like one or two of them and was feverishly going through finding a waffle recipe. I made those waffles from scratch. Meaning the flour, the baking soda, the salt, the egg, all mixed together. Yes, your girl, she really splurged on that cooking. But yeah, and then he got up and it was about halfway done, and he's like, oh, you got breakfast done. I'm like, yep, I did. And I had coffee and the strawberries warmed on the stove, and everything. It looked good. It was good. It was yummy. It was past good. It was delicious. I did a heck of a job. Kudos. I made waffles from scratch. And today, I'm making chicken and dumplings in the crock pot. Y'all, he thinks I spend all this time cooking. No. I spend more time back here in the craft room than I do cooking. I do simple stuff. I really do. I do the simple stuff. Oh, but anyway. I'm having a pretty good day. I guess I need to get off and let you guys do your thing. I think I mentioned all the stories I had. Yeah. And I've almost got this section done. Only a couple more colors and I'll have that one done. I need the H and the S. And I'll find them here in a minute and get this section done, and I'll be ready to open up another section after I check on my food. You know, can't burn the chicken and dumplings now. That would be very bad. Like I did the burrito. Oh yes, the other day I was making me some lunch, and I put my burrito. We had made burritos the night before, and I put it in the oven, right? Because I don't like using a microwave. I'm weird. I'm older. I don't like using the microwave unless I'm melting butter, making popcorn. That's about the only time I use my microwave. So I don't use my microwave to reheat stuff. I threw it in the oven on a pan. Threw it in there, and I walked away. Mental note: don't walk away. just don't do it. You'll end up with the black burrito. So, yeah, that was part of yesterday whenever I was having, or Friday when I was having, Saturday when I was having a very bad day. Yesterday, which was yesterday. Y'all, I'm all over the place with my brain. So, yeah, it don't work anymore. That's okay. So, anyway, I guess that's all about the stories that I have to tell you. Let me dump these drills. I'll get back and put on my face and say goodbye to you, wish you well, yada yada. By the way, what are you working on? What did you get done while we were chatting? I hope it was accomplished. You accomplished something, and you know, maybe at least got a laugh. Let me switch over. Hold, please. Let's see the webcam. Mousy work. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's selection of stories of what's been going on in my life. Stories for the week, yada yada, catching up, whatever you want to call it. I do hope this is November and it's Mental Health Month for men. Take care of your guys. If you have one that's suffering from mental health, take care of them. Do the best you can to support them. Encourage them to go do something they like. Encourage them, introduce them to a hobby. Maybe they like to cook. That would be nice. Maybe they like to go for a walk in the park, with or without the dogs. You know, it's a beautiful fall day. Go find something fallish to do. Well, it's not so pretty today. I mean, the sun's shining, but it's bitterly cold out there. But, you know, go find something to do in the community. Play a game at the house. Play some video games. A lot of people are into video games. I'm not really into video games, but, you know, play a fighting game against him. Let him win. With me, it wouldn't be that hard, but, you know. Do something nice for yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's important, not just in November for the guys. It affects everyone, okay? You can be a guy, you can be a girl, you can be, I'm not so sure it doesn't include dogs sometimes because, you know, the healers, but it affects everyone. Everyone anymore knows someone that has some kind of mental issue. I have a mental issue. My husband has a mental issue. I've lost friends to mental issues. I have other friends that are still going through their mental issues. So, you know, everybody knows someone in one shape or fashion that has a mental issue. be kind to your brain, okay? It's the only one you get. Be kind to it. Take care of it. Do something nice for yourself. Take you a little me time. It's okay. It's perfectly alright to sit there and craft and relax and just chill, okay? Put the music on, put a movie on, go read a book. Whatever floats your boat, okay? You do you and take care of you, okay? Until next time, and I see you. Have a good one. Bye.